back in November, the Steelers won a blowout in their last matchup against the Bengals. Can Cincinnati get revenge? Find out next.
It is a city that traditionally gets much less snow than its Buckeye State rival up in Cleveland, but we are under a thick blanket of the white stuff here at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. About set for football now from snowy Cincinnati, and we are underway from Cincinnati. Fielded right around the 8. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Hart. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On 1st down, it's Watson. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year, with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. Now a 1st down throw. Watson escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Watson's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And he will have a Steelers 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. On 1st down, Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. We're scoreless after 1. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Coleman. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Third and 2. Now Wilson gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. Touchdown Bengals. Tyler Higbee, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it ends with a Bengals score. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Watson on 1st down. Flush to his right. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Shreds the tackle. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. To throw is Watson. And And that'll be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Watson on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. Not much there, only a yard. Now it's 2nd and 9. They'll give this to Singletary running right. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. And he's got his target, Harris. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving. Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points. And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage. And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is all. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this 1st half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. He's got Higbee complete right side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On 1st and 10, Watson completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going. 2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. So that'll back him up 5. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big touchdown.
He's got it at the 2. Chase Claypool. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Coleman. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Here's Conner. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Complete, it's Johnson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to...
And he's in! Touchdown, Steelers! Chase Claypool, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers, on the final play of the 3rd quarter, have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Back now in Cincinnati. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
On 1st down, Wilson. He completes it to Boyd. That catch good for only a couple.
All right, say it with me now. A lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty.
Yep.
Wiley. Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. It's down, start down.
Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He gets it complete to Harris. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On first down, Harris. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Throw left side complete. That's Chapman. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a try here for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101. The try to
pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll run on first down. Harris. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Again, it's Harris on second down. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. The point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. He gets this one to Boyd. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined. No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago. Escaping the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing. Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving. I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice. So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than